Hello everybody and welcome back to Creepypasta FanFiction. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is chapter 12 and let's hurry up and get into it because it's getting spicy. Zach's point of view, POV. It seems to me that you seem to be forgetting your place, Proxy. Jeff said to me, still not turning around. Leave her alone, Jeff, I told him. Upset that he had gotten to her first. Had I gotten any slower, then he would have taken her into the woods, taken her to the mansion, and who knows what would have happened to her then. God knows only what would happen to her then. She doesn't know anything worth killing over, and she's an innocent in all this. Perhaps, Jeff continued, but what does it matter? She's a human, not one of us. We kill people like her all the time. Within reason, I tried to remind him. We try to kill those who need it most. We try to have dignity, and we do not draw attention to ourselves. I told him, trying to remind him of what Slenderman always says, but I don't know why I bothered. Stuff like that went right over Jeff's head. To him, none of this mattered at all. I think it's not a case of her as it is you, Jeff told me. I knew from the undertone of his voice he was barely controlling his urge to hit me. It was something that I had picked up on after years of having to live with him and the other pastas. You just had to live with them long enough and deal with their punishments long enough to know when to stop talking. It seems to me that you're forgetting your place. He turned to face me, and I wisely stood still and didn't answer. It didn't matter whether or not she's innocent. It doesn't matter whether or not she's innocent. She's innocent or not. You never turn against the family. You belong to us. You owe us your life. It seems to me that you are forgetting your place. Going against me? Just to keep the little girl safe? She's interfering with your judgment already. You never used to do that. No one ever meant anything to you for you to care. But now? He trailed off. I just stood there not saying anything. I couldn't when he was this mad. Oh, but don't worry, he continued, sounding more playful and darkly cheerful as he waved his hands around. I don't judge. If you have feelings for the girl, who am I to say anything? My friend, I won't stop you, if that's what you want. However, he trailed off darkly, then started walking right up to me. I thought he was gonna stand right in front of me and get all up in my face, but then he walked right past me and stopped. Do you really think you can keep her safe for that long? Did you really think that you could keep her from us, from finding out about her? I may not have a problem with this, but I might not be the one to get in your way, but there are others who will. He turned to look at me. You know of those who I speak of. He turned and continued walking until he disappeared into the woods. As he left me there to think about what I knew, he was right. I knew them. Slenderman had not exactly been happy when I told him about her, but he had not been heartless or totally unreasonable. In fact, the only thing he had a problem with was when I told him about her being my proxy. He had told me that he would only tolerate this and let her live if she was my girlfriend or my friend, not if she was my proxy. Never my proxy. Proxies work to serve the family and don't get in their own assistance. If I truly wanted Crystal to live and keep her memory, then she would have to become my girlfriend. How was I going to break the news to her? I didn't know. I knew we both kinda did have feelings for each other, but how could even I begin to ask this of her, after all I've already done? I would just have to have faith that she was strong enough to survive this. That she had surprised me multiple times already. I just had to hope that she would again. And with all that aside, I knew Jeff was right. Now that it was known about Crystal, there was going to be several apostles who were going to be curious. I knew Slenderman Brothers, including the Fenderman, will be certainly interested. He always was when it came to young females, when it was a young female. I couldn't help but really wonder. No wonder Jeff had been so happy and had just left me. He knew there were others who could do far worse than he ever could. Smug jerk. I was going to have to keep my eye on her as I continuously did my job, which was another part what Slendy told me. I'd better keep doing it or there would be problems. One thing was for sure. Things were already complicated, just got a whole lot worse. Crystal and my problems had just begun. Okay, and that's chapter 12. And I'll see you in the next one. I was going to put both these together, but I think the other one's a little bit too long, so I'm going to have to stop it there.